In fact, FDR's For Freedom speech becomes so popular that he continues to look for ways to get America to help Britain more and more and more. One of the big ones that we're going to see is called the Lend-Lease Act. And what that's going to do is actively look for ways to get around the Neutrality Acts. Here's the idea. America will sell weapons to all of these places around the world. In fact, any place that you can see here with an arrow going to it on this map is going to get weapons from America. It's a lot of places around the world getting weapons. Even the commies are going to get weapons, right? And I know this says Russia, but it's actually the Soviet Union. It's communists at this point in time. So we're giving weapons to a lot of people. But did you just hear what I said? We're giving weapons to a lot of these different nations. We're not selling them. We're loaning them. We're just lending it. See, we're making it here in America, and then it's going overseas on a loan. And the only reason a country would ever have to pay us for that is if they break it. Of course, it just so happens that these countries are either in war or about to be in war with Nazi Germany or with fascist Italy or with militaristic Japan. So maybe they'll be paying us back. But that's not the point. It's not officially selling it. We're lending it to them. We do this with Britain in 1940. We do it with China in 1941. We're lending it to them, leasing it to them. They're going to give it back to us if it's not damaged. If it's busted, they pay for it. Another great example how after that election of 1940, Roosevelt moves us more and more towards internationalism. Tensions are mounting at this point in time between 1940 and 1941 between us and the nations of the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, Japan. I'll give you some examples. Roosevelt and Churchill, there's a picture of them right here, and I'll blow that up for you. There's a picture of them right there, and they are seated, I should say, in Canada, a place called Newfoundland, and they're agreeing on the text of something called the Atlantic Charter. This is really important because from this point forward, it's essentially a message to Hitler and Mussolini and Tojo, and it says, look, we agree to a world of democracy after World War II. Essentially, that's giving the big old, you-know-what kind of a finger to Japan and to Germany and to Italy, saying your kinds of empires are not going to fly after this war. 2, we agree to say, you know what? We're going to look for an incident that allows us to justify war with Germany. We actively say to Churchill that we're going to look for some reason to go to war with Germany to help you out, Britain. We can't declare it, we're not going to provoke it, but if something happens, yeah, we're going to go to war with Germany, and we're going to help you out, Britain. To that end, we actually send our warships out into the Atlantic, and we say, okay, here's what you do, American Navy. You find German submarines, but don't attack them. Just find them. And then tell the British and the Soviets and all the other allies where those German submarines are. We're not doing anything about it. We're just sharing the information. Of course, Germany is really frustrated and upset by this. And there's actually an incident in, I think it's April or May of 1941, where an American destroyer is sunk by a German submarine. It's the first time we're attacked in World War II. People always think it's something else, but it's not. The first time we were attacked in World War II was this submarine going down. War is really, really close for America at this point in time. Really, really close. So, how do we go from really, really close to actually in war? Good question.